Do you think an Olympia title still holds the same type of value that it once did?
Yeah, it does. If you want to compete and be the best bodybuilder in the world, point blank, it does. But it's not the only avenue now. YouTube has proven that, right? They don't have to train like we do. They don't have to have the discipline that we do. It's not the only platform in the world. But let's be clear. Your question was, is the Olympia the apex of our sport? Still is. You can be a great YouTuber. You're not going to be Mr. Olympia. If you want to be known as the best in the world and have your name etched in time, that 10, 15, 20 years later, even when you're past, that record stands. And you can't get that on YouTube, because you know what? There's always going to be a better YouTuber. You might have 2 million, somebody else can have 3. It's always going to change. But to be noted as one of the best in a certain year is never going to be taken away.
But you remembered obviously as the best in the world. You always will be. You're a legend. You never won the Olympia.
Right.
Does it ever bother you? Do you think it all diminishes your name in the sport?
No, I don't. Because I'm wise enough now. I'm very, very confident that if I would have exceeded in becoming the best in the world, I wouldn't have been able to handle myself. I mean, I have friends from back then that I'm still friends with everyone. I get along with everyone, but they jokingly tell me now. They wouldn't tell me back then because I was a different type of beast back then. But they tell me now, man, damn Flex, man, you were hard to deal with, man. You were hard to be around with back in the days, and it's a pleasure being around you now. But so I get it. I get it. I don't think I would have been able to handle myself. I don't think I would have not had the strength not to pull the trigger because all the pressure that I had already. But I think the biggest accolade for me is people viewing or thinking that I'm one of the best that competed. Because, I mean, my Olympia medallions, I don't even know where some of them are. And I was just talking to my wife Sheena, and I was like, I don't even know where I lost one of my second place medallions from the Olympia. I don't even know where it's at. The top 10 ones you get, I have 10 or 11. I think I have 3. I don't know where the rest are at. My Honor Classic trophies, I still have those, but my daughter Pearl, I had 3 most muscular vases, and I was on a trip and I came home and my daughter Pearl had broke one, so obviously, she thought I was going to be upset, and she was crying and just devastated and thought that I loved that trophy more than her. I was like, I go, no, babe, it's just a trophy. Now, deep in my heart, I was hurt because I can't go get one of those. I was even thinking about maybe I can call up the owners and pay for one and get one. But no, I mean, they just collect dust. They just collect dust. But again, people's thoughts, they don't collect dust. When I walk around, I'm not carrying an Olympia trophy or a medallion, but when people say it on the internet or to my face, hey, man, you're an uncrowned Miss Olympia, that's what you want. I prefer that to be, a 30-time Miss Olympia, and people like, you don't deserve that, right? You should have lost that one. So I prefer the other way around. And that's just an accolade. I think, again, that's all that we want to do is be accepted for our craft and our hard work. And for me, not to have won that title, but still be put in that category, come on, I can't be upset about that at all. I can't be upset about that at all. I just wanted to be the best that I possibly could be and display my physique, and I've done that. And now I can enjoy the accolades of even having you guys want to talk to me because of that. It had nothing to do with the Olympia. And when I do a lot of keynote speaking to different colleges and high schools, listen, a champion is forged through adversity. It's not when you win. When you win, everybody wants to be a buddy. You're making all the money. Everybody wants to hang around you. Everything is free. All the girls want you if you're a guy. All the guys want you if you're a girl. I think a champion is really proven when he goes through adversity. When something happens and that's taken away, that's when it's proven who you really are, because you go back and you put that work in and you become a champion again. And that's what I really realized in 1999 when I wouldn't accept that second place medallion. Let me give you a depiction before I finish that story. Have you ever been to a show or seen or witnessed something where a person is rewarded second place and a person is rewarded first? And right then, we made it wrong. So at that time, that person who got first place, they're jumping up in joy, they're crying, oh my gosh. And then it's just like, we got it wrong. So immediately, now that person's upset. The person who's in second place who's pissed off, now they're happy. What changed? Because you said so? Because the judges said so? What changed? that's identity that you're not a champion. You should be a champion within your work and your craft. So it really dawned on me when they put the second place award around me in '99. I was like, wait a minute, you know, this is the best I ever looked in my life. I'm not second, I'm first. You guys are not gonna, like, you know, chain me down and make me walk away like I failed. I succeeded. I have to take these off. This is second, and I'm number one, period. And that's why I had to look at it. And that's when it really realized, you know, to me that no, a champion isn't a champion because people say you are. Man, you're a champion because of your hard work and what you put down day after day after day. You know, that's a champion. And that gives the ability for people to be a champion and never even be given that award. You're a champion because of that. You should stand tall and proud of that just because of your work ethics and what you've done, not because of somebody else says that. You know, to a woman, you're beautiful because you feel you're beautiful, not because people walk around and say you're beautiful. You know, that's opinion. Everybody has opinion. It's just an opinion. So that's what I really realized at that time, and you know, that's what I try to help people understand. You know, now you're a champion because of who you are, not because of people say you are. That's phony. But again, so that's the reason why I took the medallions off at that time. I was like, no, but me and Ronnie are close. We've always been close. You know, he's been very open about how I assisted him, but I didn't make Ronnie a champion. I told Ronnie the same thing anybody else would ask me. That guy was just inbred to be a champion. He was just built to be different and better than people in certain ways. I didn't give him no secret. You know, I just told him what I was doing. But, you know, because we were close when I was beating him, we were great friends, and we remained friends when he was beating me. It wasn't between me and him. It's not like he beat me down and pissed on me. He just won, which was the judge's opinion, their opinion. You know, and we never talked about each other, and that's what I understood. You know, when he fell, and everybody's like, "What did you say to him?" You know, when you took medallions off, I'd tell him, "Hey, bro, man, listen, congratulations, I love you to death. And by the way, you know, I'm not going to be at your party tonight." He goes, "I love you too, man, and I'll talk to you later." My thing was, why go to his party, right? I'm upset. Like I said, there's first and there's last. I'm going to go there sitting around. He's going to be all happy. Everybody's going to be happy. And I'm going to be around, just pissing on his party. Take your ass home. Don't be there. You know, show respect. So, you know, I knew I was a poor loser. If you want to put it that way, it's not, I don't look at it that way. I'm just competitive. Like I said, there's first and there's last. I don't give a damn. I don't give about the money or anything like that. No one goes for second. People go to be the best, you know, so that's just the way I looked at things. And, you know, it's kind of harsh, but that's the way I lived my life and still do to this day.
I actually came in 17 pounds heavier and in better shape. Yeah, 17 pounds, right? In better shape. And I thought that Ronnie wasn't as sharp as he was in 98, you know. So he beat me by 1 point in 98. So I'm like, damn, I got him, right? You know, came in 17 pounds heavier. I was actually in better shape. I'm like, I got him. That got to be a 1 point difference. I got him, right?
How did you feel getting beat by Ronnie in 99? Did you think you had it after you replayed, after rewatched the show? Because sometimes it's hard to judge people by standing next to them. But after watching the videos, did you think you still got it?
I thought I closed that 1 point difference. You know what I mean? I thought I won. What made it obvious is, I mean, he actually won by a perfect score that night. And I was like, wait a minute, you know, how do you perfect score me when I came in better shape than you? Well, I didn't come in better shape, but I closed the distance and I was 17 pounds heavier. I'm like, okay, 1 point decision again, but for it being a perfect score for me, it just said, okay, you know, this title isn't for me to win. You know, that door is closed, and, you know, he's a champion now. So that's why I took off my medallions out of no respect for Ronnie. Everybody knows how close me and Ronnie are. No, I'm not allowing you to say I'm a loser. You know, I'm not putting these around my neck like I'm a loser, man. I'm a winner. So I took them off, and I'm like, these represent number two. You know, I represent number one. And I turned around, and everybody knows I turned around and gave Ronnie a hug and said, hey, man, I love you. He said, I love you too. And I said, you know, I'll check you out later. And that was it. So it was no disrespect or anything like that. But, and, you know, I'm not going to say any judges' names, but, you know, there were some judges who was really angry at me and stuff like that. And I'm like, so who are you to be like the Alpha and Omega?